Welcome back. It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It is time to dive into the world of home building and renovation.
If you've got questions or feel stuck on a project at home, don't worry. We got you covered. Let's ask the contractor.
And joining us right now from H1 Construction are Lucas Stensland. He's the general contractor and owner. And then we have Joseph Picula, construction manager. Thank you guys so much.
Welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
All right, so let's just lay it out. Davey knows absolutely nothing about construction. And wait, you didn't let me finish. And neither do I. All right?
You just had to point down what me first.
We say whatever we want then.
No, well, we are looking to you folks as the local authority on where to get started. So if we can go ahead and start first and jump right into things. Lucas, can we talk budget and how important a budget is? How much should we budget for a project?
Well, how much you should budget is up to your expectation. So we're always saying the same thing, just like on repeat, but it's valid information that needs to be heard. It's just managing the budget, which is always here, and the expectation, which is here. Managing this early and not under construction is the key to the process. And that's why I always say it's more important to manage the relationship between you, the architect, our H1 Construction, and the client as a collaborative team.
Oh, that's
managing
cool.
early, yeah.
So we come to you guys and you guys help us to manage that expectation.
Absolutely.
I like that. Now, we did get some questions from some viewers. So this one is actually from Levi from Makiki, and he asked, maybe we'll ask Joseph this one. He just inherited a home from his family. So he's asking, should he do a remodel, or should he just start from scratch and rebuild, and maybe you can give him some advice.
So before Joseph goes into that, I do want to say we want to take his advice with a little bit of grain of salt. He was asking me backstage about if he smelt good for the camera. So you might want to take that into consideration.
Okay, let's get past that. Great question. I would start at piggyback to what Luke was saying. Expectations. What is the expectations? Are we keeping the house for family and keep it in the family for the next 50, 70 years? Are we planning to fix it up, sell it maybe in the next 5 years? All those questions will determine whether it's a good idea of adding, rebuilding, or completely from scratch and build new.
That is unreal, man. Okay. Now, Lucas, deciding on that budget and what time that a project, the time that it takes for the project to be completed, all that can be very, very stressful. Yeah. How does H1 Construction keep our clients from feeling overwhelmed?
Communication. It really comes down to just, I've learned from over experience is to communicate even the bad news, right?
Yes.
An informed client is a happy client, even if it is bad news. So delays, potential cost overruns, catching them before they happen.
Well, we hear so many horror stories of people who started a project and then later on their builder comes back to them and inflates this price halfway through the build. And now you're like, okay, well, I have either a half project and try to find somebody new to fix it, or I stick with this guy and then pay his or her inflated prices, right?
The bane of my existence. And unfortunately for me, it's not my financial spot to be in, but if they find the right contractor and the right team at the beginning, that is the key to that. Nobody does that necessarily maliciously, but it's about managing this expectation before the project starts. All the work starts before the house is even built.
Mm-hmm. And what does that communication look like? So how often are you communicating with the client?
Well, it depends. If you're in the architectural phase, it's every 2 weeks we're going through a design development phase. So we're managing the budget from the very beginning. So our design development gets us in before we even turn in the CDs to the city and state for the permit. Mm-hmm. So we've already locked in on the budget before we've even turned in for permit, which is the older way of doing things. Is people would take these plans, they would turn them in. Once they got their permit back, go out and find 3 contractors, only to find out that one is way above their contract, one is towards the middle, and one is just way down here, which is very appealing to everybody, right? Mm-hmm. But this is where everybody ends up in trouble.
You're not going to get quality.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily quality, but they might not cover certain things. They might have quality. It's just a gamble.
And then you never know. Then that's when the things get added as the project goes on because of your own personal expectations.
Absolutely.
So wow, this is great answers.
I'm loving this. I am loving this segment.
We get them answering the questions that we have, and let me answer a question. Yes, you do smell good for TV.
Thank you.
All right, H1 Construction, the award-winning Hawaii home builder specializing in custom homes, luxury homes, and more. Thank you to Lucas and Joseph. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
We just have good fun with them, guys.
They are so good, though.
From H1 Construction. By the way, if you got questions, please send them now so we can get those answered in next week's segment of Ask the Contractor. We'll be right back, fam.